Alright guys, I'm going to sit on this glassing knob that you can see right in front of me. It looks incredibly good. I'll have full reign over all of this. Couldn't get better. Just need to see some bears. So I haven't been here for long, probably 45 minutes. However, I believe it's too high in elevation because I'm not seeing much for green up here. It's about 5,000 feet. This is what I'm calling Plan A, and this is Area 1. Plan A, Area 1. So 5,000 feet. And Area 2 is about 1,500 feet lower than this. So I'm thinking that lower elevation is going to show a little bit more grass. Green up is what bears eat in the spring to get their digestive tract going. It's essentially when the snow line recedes, spring rains come, starts to warm up, it'll start to send up shoots of grass. And that's the key to spring bear hunting, is getting on those. If this were mid-May, I think it'd be a completely different story. But it's not. So I'm going to give this a little bit longer. I still have plenty of daylight. Likely I will head over to the other spot. I am now in the second area of Plan A, so Plan A Part 2. I was right, it's greener over here. It's not quite as green as I want it to be, but again, it's kind of early season. I found a spot to camp not too far away, which should just be up this road, and then some really great glassing opportunities, especially over here. So this all looks super good. I'm gonna do the majority of my glassing tomorrow. There's like right here, there's a spot though that I passed that I might hike around in a little bit too. On my way down here, which took about 2 hours and 30 miles of Forest Service roads, I actually saw a bear, and he wasn't too far away from where I am now. I saw him just 150 yards down a closed Forest Service road running away. He was like a nice chocolate. I don't know if it was a boar or a sow, or if she had cubs either. I don't think so though. So I've got a little bit of time left for shooting light. I think I might go back up to that closed road, park a few hundred yards away from the intersection of that road, and maybe just sit there, and potentially she might come back. Welp, the bear didn't come back to the closed road that I was posted up on. Not a surprise. Actually, I spent all day today thinking it was Monday. It's actually Tuesday today. And so that means that the really crappy weather is supposed to happen tomorrow from the forecast that I saw when I was in service. I don't know if it's true. Waiting on another forecast from my inReach. If it is true though, I'll play it by ear. Might hang tight. But I could always just go up a few hundred yards in glass, which is probably what I will end up doing. There's also a rock overface there, a little ledge that I could sit under, and it would keep me dry. And the glassing is really good, but bears don't like crappy weather. So I'm not really expecting them to move around anyway. Might just be kind of a bust day tomorrow. But that's all good. I think Friday is supposed to be super nice, so I'm anticipating that crappy weather break into really nice weather thing, which classically will bring them out. So I'm banking on that, but you know, weather could change at any second. So I'm just gonna eat this mountain house and then go to sleep. The weather up there is absolutely terrible. The visibility is almost nothing, and it's just coming down. You know, it's pea soup up there. So instead of sitting in my car all day, I'm gonna head back to town. My inReach says that the weather is actually supposed to break tomorrow, so I'm gonna go get service, see if my weather apps corroborate that, and then I'm actually gonna drive about an hour and a half to the other side of this area. There's another little spot I was looking at on Google Earth. It looks nice and open, lower elevation than where I just was, which was about 3,500 feet. I'm in the next spot, Plan A Part 3, completely different area, but it all looks like this, and I'm right on the road right now. So what I'm going to be doing is essentially just driving slowly and glassing from the car. All this stuff stopped raining. It might start again. Actually, looks like it's about to start again, but there was a few patches of sun that came out there. It's about 20 hours later. I'm in the same spot, which is Plan A Area 3. I went to Plan A Area 2 earlier, which is like probably a 2.5 hour drive. 2 hour drive. There was about 2 inches of snow on the road, and it was 29 degrees, so it wasn't going to melt anytime soon. So I turned around, came back all the way over here. It's just one incredible glassing opportunity after the other, and the weather just broke. So I'm gonna very, very slowly make my way around this area today. I'm gonna stop here though and just glass all this stuff. I mean, it's expansive. It goes all the way over here. Hopefully I can scrounge something up. I'm gonna call it on Plan A. Snow line's about 3,000 feet. Weather's super intermittent, which is fine. You know, it's not like today's not some crazy downpour like it was yesterday. But I've done extensive glassing today below snow line, and it's not panning out. Area 2, where I kind of would have liked to have gone tomorrow, was full of snow this morning, and I have no reason to believe it won't be. So conditions are a little early, essentially. I'm gonna head up to my brother's, get geared up for turkey. He got a boar, a really nice boar on his game cam. Actually, he put his camera on a rub tree, and the boar like licked his camera. I'll put that video up because it's awesome, and we are gonna try to get on that thing. He's patterned it as well, maybe. But that's the game plan. That's in the wilderness area by his house, so that will be a backpack in situation, and will be our next focus here. Time to go out and shoot me a thunderbird. All right, we are at the trailhead for bear hunt Plan B. We're going to be backpacking in for, I don't know, maybe 5 days. This is the place that my brother got footage of a nice old boar on his game cam, so we're going to try to target that. Probably a lot of sitting. I think it's going to rain maybe this afternoon. Potentially thunderstorms tomorrow. It's going to clear up on Thursday, though. What is it, Monday today?
Yep.
It's Monday today, though, so... Yeah, we've got maybe 2 days of rain and then a nice break into some good weather here. But we are going to hit the trail, a couple miles, set up camp, and then start glassing. All right, it's about 11:50. We got camp set up just in time. It started raining. It's not super heavy, but I think it's going to stop in an hour. So we're going to just kind of sit here and get everything organized and head out. Glassing Knob's not super far away. All right, so I crawled out of the tent. Well, it was only about half an hour. Not far away from the tent is this Glassing Knob here. We're going to sit on that, look out over all of this stuff. So we just walked around the woods, picked about 4 pounds of morel mushrooms. We just have to wait for that break in the weather, where it goes from, pea soup, which it currently is, to full sun, or mostly full sun, at least just significantly different. And then I think they're gonna start hanging out in all these open hillsides, but there's a lot of bear around here. All right, it's the next morning. Directly in the middle of the screen is the place that my brother put a game camera up and caught a bear trying to rip it off the tree. It looked like a nice boar too. That was a turkey that you may have just heard. Where is he? Where is he? There he is, right there. Look at that guy. Just doing his thing by himself. Not a hen in sight. I'm sure they're around. Just can't see them. Doesn't mean they're not there, just like the bears. Can't see the bears either, but they're around. I know that. So this is miner's lettuce. It's all over the place. Bears absolutely love it. I'm walking around in the woods here. I'm seeing a bunch of morel mushrooms, so I'm definitely not going home empty-handed. But this stuff is super good. It's like crunchy, sweet, refreshing. Bears are absolutely gorging themselves on this stuff. In fact, I'd say it looks like really berry in here. I've seen a couple piles of scat too, so not far from camp either. Not really a strategy though. I'm not gonna sit here with my 270, take a 20-yard shot. Just the probability of something walking through here is incredibly low, but they're around. And I'm gonna put this whole thing in my mouth. Cole and I split up. He's looking at a different system. I stayed by camp because the place that we were glassing for the last few days has been looking really good. He just told me he's looking at a bear right now. We're gonna try to head him off. So I move towards him as fast as I can.
There's some fog that rolled through. It got to that spot for a couple minutes. Then it sort of lifted. I didn't see it walking out of it, and I flipped all over the place. Okay, so you see the big sort of smooth rock just sitting out of that north-facing hill?
Yeah, that face.
Yeah, that face at the bottom. He's about 100 yards below that by that smaller little outcroppings, just on a side hill.
Yeah.
Over, and you see that other little small brown rock, and a little bit further than that there's a thicket with like two trees sticking out of it. I think that's about where he is.
So it's about 9 p.m. We're in our tents. Our plan of attack is going to be to wake up like super early tomorrow, and then go to where Cole and I just sat, where we were glassing the area that the bear is in. And then I'm going to go down a few hundred feet in elevation to a trail. I'm going to take that trail along the side of a hill and then sit above a meadow that we're hoping that bear is going to go onto. That bear is actually on private land, so we can't, it kind of limits us a little bit. So we have to just assume that this bear is going to move out of the thicket, if he's even still there, and into a lower meadow. We also think that there's a good chance that that bear is still going to be there, because shortly after I stopped recording on the side of the hill, the weather got nasty. So we're thinking that's going to potentially keep him from moving around. That was at about 6:45 p.m. Sunset is about 7:58. So it was getting towards the end of the night. We didn't see him move around out of that area, and then the weather got really crappy. So I'm thinking if we get up really early and get out there, we could probably catch him in the morning, and that's the game plan. All right, it's about 7 a.m. This is where we think the bear ended up last night. This is where, which is on private land, this is where we want him to come. This is the trail I would drop down here and get on. The sun is just starting to hit where we think he was, and we're gonna give it a little bit longer here, like maybe 3-4 hours. Cole went back to camp to sit on our normal glassing spot and watch the basin we've been watching, which is a really great basin. We also think that this could be the same bear that came to his trail camera and ate the trail camera. The reason being is because it's a nice bear and was chocolate brown, which is the color that that one was as well. So there's a chance that this bear could be going back to that rub tree. So Cole went back to see if he can see it move up that side of the canyon. I'm going to sit here though for the next few hours. All right, so the bear is in this base right behind this tree. So I'm gonna get up about right here. He's grazing, he's chilling. I'm gonna get up around here, and eventually I think he's gonna come into range. This is where we glassed this bear up here, just this area, and it moved up here somewhere. So I just walked this to try to get in front of it. There's no great shooting lane. I mean, this is like, you know, brush. This is like brush busting with the 270. So I then actually hit the border of public and private. So we're thinking this bear now is actually on private land. So I'm gonna backtrack and glass this from the trail. All right, so I backtracked from here, which marks the beginning of private property. The front stuff is public, which is where we saw him initially. We saw him on public. And then he walked up here, and then we think that he stopped in that patch of dead trees and shrubs. So I'm gonna sit here all day. The rest of the day, it's about 1:30. I'm gonna see if he comes back this way. If he does, I easily have a shot on him because everything here is about 300 yards. All right, a little update. It's about 4, and I saw a bear, just the butt of it here, so I watched it for a while in these kind of like scrubby trees. And then I saw it standing here, and it's the bear that we've been looking at. And I can confirm that it is a gigantic boar. He's gorgeous also. I mean, he's got this blonde top, looks like he's wearing boots. He's just majestic. Shortly after that, he ran actually into these woods, and I don't know where he went, and that was about an hour ago. The area that we were glassing before is around this bend, so you can kind of see a trail here. I'm going to take this trail around and then eventually hike back up to camp, about 4 miles. I guess he could still be in here, but when I get back up there, if I have daylight, I'm gonna go to where I was glassing this morning, which is right there, and see if I can spot him again. If I can, I'm gonna do this whole thing tomorrow. All right, it's 9 a.m., which is an hour and a half earlier than when the bear came out yesterday. I'm in the same spot, looking over the same area. Initially, we saw him show up around here, and he kind of started to mosey on up there. So I ran down this hill, took this path up, went over here to this pine tree. My brother said that he stopped in some brush about right there. So I was really close to him. Unfortunately, I couldn't go any further though because it turned into private property. So I went back to here and saw him in the brush maybe a couple hours later. And then an hour after that, he showed up in this clearing. This is on private property. He was a magnificent boar, absolutely gorgeous coloration, 550 yards away from where I was, so not a viable shot. Plus, it was on private property anyway. He then ran, for some reason, down this cut and disappeared. I don't know why he ran. My wind was going that way. Prior to that, he had a lot of opportunities to smell me. I don't know, maybe something happened where the wind just caught perfectly and transported it right over to him. But he went from grazing in this field to just to run, like as if he was like attacking something or like going after some prey or something like that. I could have winded him though, I guess. I'm not positive. So I'm back and I'm just gonna see if he shows up again within the next hour and a half. All right, I'm calling it on the 2026 Oregon Spring Bear Hunt. Had a great time, spent 2 weeks out here, explored some awesome areas, found out where I would come next year, where I wouldn't. But had a wonderful time, got really close to a really nice boar. Couldn't make a finishing move on him though because of, private property. Shot a turkey. That video will show up here in just a couple seconds. But thank you very much for watching. It was a ton of fun. I'll see you in September for Washington State High Buck.